Clouds is the latest original movie to hit the Disney Plus streaming service. Produced by Warner Brothers, it's Disney Plus's first scripted film acquisition. It stars Finn Argus, Sabrina Carpenter, Madison Iseman, and Neve Campbell, and is directed by Justin Baldoni. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button. It does wonders in getting my content out there, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to keep up to date with all my content like this and so much more. Clouds tells the true story of young artist Zach Sobiech, who discovers that his cancer has become terminal. Zach decides to spend his final days striving for his goal of becoming a successful recording artist alongside his best friend Sammy, becoming a viral sensation in the process. Despite being an enormous viral sensation back in 2012, Zach Sobiech's song Clouds is not one that I can say I've ever really come across, and his story is certainly one that I haven't come across either until this movie right here. Back in 2012, as well as being a viral sensation, there was a very small documentary produced on Zach's life as part of a documentary series called My Last Days. The filmmaker behind that documentary was Justin Baldoni, who is the director of Clouds. When Justin was making that documentary with Zach and got to know Zach very, very well, he promised Zach that he would do all he could do to share his story with the world and help raise awareness for cancer and raise money and help fight towards a cure. So Clouds is essentially the culmination of an 8-year journey for Baldoni, and let me say, it's absolutely paid off. I'll say from the top of this review that I absolutely love this movie. I really adored it. This is such a beautiful, beautiful film. Beautifully made, beautifully written, beautifully acted by its incredible cast. Its younger cast, in particular, is fantastic. Finn Argus, Sabrina Carpenter, and Madison Iseman are all wonderful. And the chemistry is really great in this movie. There have been a lot of movies over the last 10 years or so that have focused on young people with terminal illnesses, where these stories have become very prevalent. And I think that's only a good thing. But a lot of the time, these stories are kind of told through a young adult lens, and they all have this real feeling of like a YA film. They don't feel very realistic. They feel very soapy, very over the top. Clouds, I have to say, is really one of the first ones, if not the first one that I've seen, that I've just felt so realistic. The way that this movie captures the ups and the downs of life, the high moments, the low moments, is so wonderful and so beautifully authentic. The movie is very sad. It's a very harrowing, raw film that really touches on the deepest emotions. But it's also a very fun movie. There's very bright, energetic, exciting moments as well. You've got these two polar opposite kind of emotions at play. And when I got the chance to speak with the film's director, he said that this was his intent, to show that this is what life is really like. Life isn't just one thing or the other, it's a combination of both moments. But there's always a way to find the light. There's always a way to find that kind of beautiful spark that is our lives. Saying that, this is, I think, the most mature piece of anything that has gone to the Disney Plus as an original piece of content. This is so far and away from anything else that has gone on this streaming service so far. And the interesting thing with this, as I mentioned at the top of this review, is that this film was actually produced by Warner Brothers and then acquired by Disney. This was supposed to go to theaters, but because of the pandemic and everything, obviously Warner Brothers optioned it out and Disney bought it up. And this is a very, very mature film for Disney Plus. It touches on a lot of themes that we haven't seen in Disney Plus originals so far. There are swear words in here. I was actually taken aback. I was quite shocked to see this on a Disney film, on a film that's on the Disney service. But that said, it is still a movie that we can all enjoy with our families. And I think it's a very important movie that we do enjoy with those around us. And I think that this really heralds a new age. And I'm saying that like Disney Plus has been around for ages, but I haven't even been around for a year yet. But I feel like the longer that they're around, they're pushing the boundaries of what kind of content they're putting out. And we saw this with The Right Stuff only last week, where that was pretty mature for something that's gone on Disney+, and again, we've got Clouds, which is doing the same thing, and I feel like this is going to open the floodgates to the kind of movies and kind of series that we're going to get on Disney+, and it's not only going to be stuff that is made by Disney, but stuff that Disney has acquired from other studios, which may not have that kind of glossy Disney kind of shine to it. It has like maybe a little bit of an edge. And I feel like Clouds fits in with that just so beautifully. And I can't imagine a better movie to try and do that, to kind of herald this new kind of wave of content that can be coming out of this studio than Clouds. So if you've been put off by some of these Disney Plus original movies for any reason, I have honestly really loved most of them so far to varying degrees. But I feel like if you haven't been interested in stuff like Lady and the Tramp or Noelle or, you know, any of that kind of stuff, this is a very different kind of movie. And I think that you can go into this and really, really, really enjoy it. I feel like there's not a lot of movies like this around anymore. We're living in some pretty dire times at the moment. And I think something like this, a really bright little spark of just celebration of life, the wonderful journey that is our lives and the wonderful miracle that is our lives. And I feel like this is just something that we need right now. This beautiful burst of emotion to just give us a little bit of optimism. And this movie could not have come at a better time, and it could not have come on a better platform. On Disney Plus, nearly 70 million subscribers, maybe over 70 million subscribers by this point. This movie is going to get a lot of eyes. And it's going to be accessible to a whole lot of people, and maybe a lot of people who may not have been able to go and see it in theaters if it did go to theaters. I think it's the best platform, and it's not only here to just give us that little bright pickup that we all need, but it's also here, I think, to spread awareness for a cause that is near and dear to very, very many of us. A very, very important cause that does need a spotlight. And I feel like getting it out to so many people is just a really wonderful thing. And at that, I'll be giving Disney Plus's Clouds a very easy 4 out of 5. Clouds is an incredibly touching story told through the lens of a talented and authentic filmmaker. It's harrowing, raw, and emotional, but also full of life, love, and heart. Make sure to keep the tissues nearby because this one is an absolute roller coaster. Once again, I love this movie. It is easily one of the best movies I have seen this year. I absolutely adored it. I know so many of you out there will as well. And once you have seen it, I'd love to know down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts on the movie are. If you haven't seen it yet, please also let me know down there what your thoughts are going into the movie. Thanks once again to my good friends over at Disney for providing me with a screener for Clouds before its premiere on Disney Plus on October 16. And thanks everybody out there for watching. Continue to stay safe. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks to my friends at Disney, I was given the chance to chat with the film's director, Justin Baldoni, which will be available to view on the channel soon. When it is, you can find the link at the end of this video. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.